guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you tuned in today to watch. Now today we're going to talk about a topic that is very near and dear to me, and I know also to so many of you watching, and that is being able to find your perfect foundation match. Of course, we all know no matter how fantastic a formula is, no matter how easily it applies, how wonderful it wears throughout the day, if you can't find your perfect shade match, a foundation is just not gonna be a favorite and one that you go to over and over again. So I've done some research and I found 10 brands, 10 lines of foundations that give a really fantastic and wide range of shade options. And of course, if you go with a line that has a ton of options, chances are you will find your shade. So let's get right into it. So for this video, I definitely wanted to make sure that I paid attention to three very important points, and that is the foundations that I am going to talk to you about all have to have at least 30 shades in the line, at least 30, no less. They also have to be easily accessible. If you cannot find a product, how can you benefit from it? And third, the line has to have a variety of undertones. And if you haven't already seen my video, check it out where I go over in depth the importance of undertones in your skin and how to find out exactly what your undertone is. So that's the criteria that I used to pick each one of these different brands. The first one that we're gonna talk about is Makeup Forever's Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation, and that is the liquid version. They do have a liquid and a stick of their Ultra HD formula. I am a personal huge fan of the stick foundation, but unfortunately that one doesn't come in as many shades as the liquid version, so it's the liquid that I'm gonna talk about now. This foundation comes in 40 different shades, 40. That is incredible. There are very few foundations on the market that come in that many shades. For price, it is 52 Canadian, 43 US. This foundation definitely suits all skin types. It gives a natural finish and it comes in either Y or R type of undertones, Y indicating yellow and R for red. That's how they name their shades. So for example, the one that I have in the stick formula is Y445, indicating that it has a yellow undertone and it is the fourth deepest, in the fourth deepest shade range. The next foundation we're gonna talk about is Kat Von D's Lock-It Foundation. Now hers comes in 32 different shades, which is fantastic. The cost is 42 Canadian or 35 US. This foundation is a full coverage foundation and it will give you a matte finish. It also promises 24-hour wear, which of course most of us are never gonna wear our foundations for that long. But if you do work extremely long days, 12, 14 even, then you know that this foundation will be there at the end of the day looking just as beautiful as when you first put it on. The undertones in this foundation range from warm to cool to neutral. Next up is one of my all-time favorites, and it is Estée Lauder's Double Wear Foundation. And it comes in 38 shades and costs 46 Canadian dollars or 39.50 US. This foundation personally for me has been a long time favorite. It gives fantastic medium to full coverage, lasts all day long, and gives a beautiful matte finish to the skin. Another interesting point that Estée Lauder advertises with this foundation is that it lasts through heat and humidity. That's one of their biggest claims and one that I personally can vouch for, that is very true. So now that we're going into the warmer months of the year, if you are looking for a great foundation that will stand up to heat and humidity, Estée Lauder Double Wear is the one that you need to go with. Again, this foundation comes in 3 different undertone options: warm, cool, and neutral. Now, the next foundation I'm gonna mention is actually the most affordable in all of the foundations I'm going to mention today, and it is from the Sephora brand. And I know sometimes we tend to skip over Sephora brand products because the market is so saturated with so many brands, and the Sephora collection so often gets ignored. But this foundation in particular has a whopping 37 shades, and it only costs 25 Canadian or 20 US. The foundation has a buildable amount of coverage, which is great. I personally love buildable foundations over any other type of coverage because I am able to control exactly how much coverage I want. It gives a natural finish, and it comes in either pink, yellow, or neutral undertones. Next up is Bobbi Brown's Stick Foundation. Now, this has been a cult favorite for so many years. Many makeup artists have loved using this particular foundation, and it comes in 31 different shades and costs 55 Canadian or 46 US. Probably one of the main reasons why this particular foundation has been such a cult favorite for so long is because it promises to give a very natural skin-like finish. Those are the words that Bobbi Brown uses, skin-like. And that's what we all want. We all want our foundation, especially, to look like skin. And the Bobbi Brown Stick Foundation does that very well. The coverage is medium to full, and it is suitable for all skin types. As far as undertones go, this particular foundation really covers the entire spectrum of undertones, which is really fantastic. The undertones that this stick foundation provides are neutral, pink, yellow, golden, olive, and red. Now, olive stands out to me because that is an undertone that is so often ignored. I know that there are many people out there that have that very olive green type of hue to their skin, and using foundations that are too yellow or too pink really look off on true olive skin that has that greenish undertone. So if you are of an olive undertone, an olive complexion, definitely look into this foundation. You may have good luck in finding a match for you. Moving on, we're gonna combine the next 2 products because they both come from the same line, and that is my baby Cover FX. I have always been in love with Cover FX's products, and their foundations are their specialty. If you didn't know, that is Cover FX's claim to fame. They claim to be able to provide every woman or man out there wearing makeup, looking for their perfect foundation match, that you will find it in their foundation line. So I'm gonna speak about 2 of their foundations, the Natural Finish as well as their cream version. So both of these foundations pretty much do the same thing. They both offer 40 shades. Fantastic, once again, to have that many to choose from. They do have a slight difference in price though. The Natural Finish is a few dollars cheaper, coming in at 46 Canadian or 40 US. The cream version is 49 Canadian or 42 US. They both offer medium to full coverage and offer a radiant finish. Also, what I find really interesting is that Cover FX also includes very beneficial skincare ingredients into their foundation. So you know that when you're putting makeup on your face, you're also feeding your skin with good ingredients. You're not harming your skin in any way that unfortunately some foundations can tend to do. Also, across both foundations, whatever shade you are in one, you are the same shade in the other, which makes purchasing so easy. So many times, which I cannot understand, brands do not match up their shades throughout their different ranges of foundations. But for Cover FX, they make everything so easy. So for undertones, pink, golden, neutral, and olive. Once again, all you olive undertone people out there, Cover FX is another brand like Bobbi Brown that you can go to and have a much easier time finding a perfect shade match for yourself. Next, another major love of mine, MAC's Studio Fix Fluid. It's been around for forever. It's another cult favorite that so many people know of and so many people use. This foundation carries the widest shade range out of all of the foundations that I'm mentioning in this video, coming in at 42. So if you cannot ever find a perfect match in any foundation line you've ever tried, MAC may be the one for you. The cost is in that mid-range, which makes it much more affordable than some of the other products I'm mentioning, coming in at 33 Canadian or 28 US. MAC Studio Fix Fluid provides a medium to full coverage with a matte finish, and it does also include SPF. MAC's undertones range from cool to neutral cool and neutral warm, indicated by the letters C and NC and NW. Next up, we have Lancome, another big time favorite of many people, and this particular foundation comes in at 40 shades, which is a recent improvement. Just last year in 2016, Lancome did go back to the drawing board and add in quite a few more shades, and now they have a total of 40. The cost is up there. It is a pricey foundation, coming in at 55 Canadian or 47 US. This foundation does give 24-hour wear. It ranges from a medium to full coverage, and it gives off a matte finish. Lancome's undertones range from cool to warm to neutral. And the last foundation that I'm gonna mention to you guys is Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. This is one of the newer ones on the market that came out last year. And Anastasia did a really fantastic job of providing a very nice range of shades with 30, and also at a very reasonable price point at 33 Canadian dollars or 25 US. This foundation gives a very wide range of coverage. You can get very light coverage all the way up to full. I personally myself have a dedicated review video on my channel that you can check out where I demo the product and give you all the details on that. Also, it is a very natural matte finish, and it is specifically designed to be most beneficial to combo and oilier skins, which is something that traditionally stick foundations have not been very oily skin friendly. So it's really, really great that there is finally a stick foundation on the market that oilier skins can really benefit from. So that's it, guys. That is my top 10 brands for people who can never find their shade. So please do check some of these out. Let me know if you already have and what your experiences with some of these products have been down in the description box. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe for more, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.